Start game now. Welcome, retro fans, to another edition of the No Swear Gamer. Today I got another retro junk box. This one came from Willie. I call it the Willie box. Willie is the host of Arcade USA here on YouTube and also the ColecoVisions podcast, among many others. He is a really cool guy, generous guy, and he started another junk box where you fill it up with a bunch of retro gaming items. This one's just retro gaming stuff, so no non-gaming stuff in here. And you pass it from person to person. Whoever gets it takes out whatever they want as long as they fill it back up. So I'm just going to put this to the side, and first I'm going to show you what I took out of the retro junk box. This was kind of interesting. This is a game for the Channel F system, which I've never seen in person. So I thought it was a kind of a cool curiosity there. Video Cart 1 has different versions of games, including tic-tac-toe and shooting gallery and other such things. And look at the size of this thing. It's pretty monstrous. The actual cartridge is, there's the actual cartridge. It's one of the earliest, might be the earliest cartridge-based system ever. Predates the 2600 even, so I thought that would be cool to keep. Got some cool pamphlets in here, including an Intellivision little pamphlet that shows a bunch of games coming out for the Intellivision. I thought that was cool. I don't think I have one of those. And speaking of ColecoVision, here's one for the ColecoVision, I believe. A bunch of CBS games. So I thought that was pretty neat. This is something that Jungle Rat Rob from the Retro League will like. This is a Neo Geo Pocket game. Might even be the Pocket Color. I'm not sure. This is Fatal Fury Contact. I don't have a Neo Geo Pocket. So this is the first game I've ever gotten for one. So I just thought it was a cool thing to hold on to. Maybe one day I will get a Neo Geo Pocket. So I thought it was kind of neat. Now here's a keychain from Flynn's, and that's the name of the arcade from the Tron movies. So little doodah there. Originally I was not going to take this game out. I thought I had a copy, but it turns out I don't when I check. So it's Beauty and the Beast for the Intellivision. Comes with the manual and the overlays are inside. So a pretty cool thing there. I think, check out that art. Isn't that neat? I think it's kind of somewhat inspired by Donkey Kong, but it's not fully Donkey Kong. So I'll have to check that one out someday. Also got a long box game, Chessmaster 3D for the PlayStation. And early on, they used to come in these long boxes, so I think it's kind of cool that you have it. Unfortunately, the little styrofoam is missing, but still, it's neat to see that. So there's one for the future. How about Frank Thomas Big Hurt Baseball? He looks like he's large and in charge for the Sega Saturn. My Sega Saturn collection is very, very tiny right now, so I was looking forward to doing that. Maybe he can get together with the Chess Master, you know, and play a game of checkers. So there you go. And PGA Golf for the Intellivision. I don't have this game. I thought I did, but I don't. What's interesting is when you open it up, it just says golf on the cartridge there. Nothing about PGA there, but I really like Intellivision artwork. It has a unique style to it, and I look forward to trying this game sooner or later. And what else did I get? Oh yeah, and how about this? Super Mario All-Stars contains Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3, and the Lost Levels with updated 16-bit graphics for your Super Nintendo. A very classic game right there. And that's what I took out. Now, let me show you what I didn't take out, and then I'll show you what I'm putting in. So, let's move this stuff to the side. Sorry, Big Hurt. And this is what it was in the box, but I didn't take it. So let's see. Lots of stuff. So a Centipede manual for ColecoVision. There's a lot of these Intellivision voice games. Most of them were complete with the box and the cart and the overlays. I think some of them might have been missing one or two things, but Bomb Squad was one of them. Donkey Kong, the cart's in here for the Intellivision. There was a lot of Intellivision stuff in here. I was really surprised, including the voice module. Yeah, you would plug this into your Intellivision right here, kind of like a Game Genie. It's a pass-through, and then on this side you'd plug in your IntelliVoice game. like Bomb Squad, and it would speak. Be very crude speaking. Bomb Squad sounds something like that. How about the Sonic Mega Collection for the GameCube? The only reason why I didn't pick up this great collection is because I already own it. And another Bomb Squad. Space Spartans. B-17 Bomber. 2 of them. Here's a good game I've already reviewed. It's Thunder Strike for the Sega CD. A really solid game, but already got that one. How about Auto Racing or Burger Time for the Intellivision? Burger Time is a great game. I highly recommend it. Frogger for the Intellivision. Like I said, lots of Intellivision. Astro Smash. Got some promotional cards here for something. Now, this is Chess by Parker Brothers. I'm not sure what system it's for. It might be for a computer system like the Atari 8-bits. That's what I'm thinking. It's an Atari 8-bit game. Not quite sure. ColecoVision Plug and Play Unit 2-player edition, which I believe I originally had. I sent it in the junk box. I think Michael from Two Dudes and Nest took it out, and he decided to put it back in. But actually, I think maybe Willie might be interested in that since he's a Coleco guy and collects all sorts of games. Got some loose manuals to poker and blackjack and checkers for the Intellivision. Lots of Intellivision stuff. A little miniature Space Invader guy. Another one of these cards. Defender for the Atari computers. Not sure what this is. It probably goes to some computer system. It reminds me of a Famicom game, but it's smaller. So maybe like one of the Texas Instrument computers. Not very sure. This is, I'm pretty sure this is for the Magnavox Odyssey 2, but it has no label. And I don't have an Odyssey 2, so I wasn't really in the mood. You know, hopefully it's not Power Lord. Then I'd really regret it. How about a controller for your Nintendo that does not work? So I guess this is for someone who has the know-how to fix such things, and that's not me. Poker Face Ball Blackjack, which I think I already have a copy of. They made different Poker Face Ball games. I know I have a couple of them. Another little promotional item there. This is funny. Dude Michael from Two Dudes and Nest put in Super Mario Brothers 3, which is funny because I was going to put in a copy of Super Mario Brothers 3, but now I'm not since there's already one in there. So I got some other stuff though. Sega Dreamcast Generator, playable basically, it's a demo disc basically for the Dreamcast. And Motocross Mania for the PlayStation without the lid. How about Test Drive 6? I haven't even played the first 5 for the Dreamcast. Or your Sega Dreamcast web browser, which I wonder if it even still works. I think Sega Swirl might be hidden on here too, so that might be worth it for somebody. And then finally, Atari 7800's One-on-One Basketball, a game I've already reviewed and highly recommend for Atari 7800 owners, but I don't need another copy, so I'll let someone else take it. And now this is the stuff that I'm going to put into the box. So this is my contributions. So first, some of this came from the last Retro Junk Box I did, like this little poster of Madden football plays. Game I just reviewed, Winter Games for your Nintendo Entertainment System with a sleeve. How nice is that? A sampler disc from the Atari 2600 Game by Game podcast. And the instruction manual to Dragon Warrior. I really dig old school manuals. Won this as a prize from the Retro League. It was like a little prize pack. Some demo discs for old school computer games. They might even have AOL on there. So if you're into old computer stuff, that might be for you. And also going to throw in my little pack of Nintendo Game Pack cards, including the scratch-off cards that I couldn't get to scratch off. Maybe someone else will be able to. But there's some stickers in there too, so there's some cool stuff in there. I'll throw that in. Well, I took a keychain out, so maybe I should put one in. This is a little Atari thing. It's one of those things that you can like hook to something and dangle your chain. So you could put your keys on this and hook it around your belt loop or something like that. So there you go, a little Atari keychain thing there. How about some Atari games like Pole Position 2 for the 7800 or Miss Pac-Man for the 7800? How about Dragon Fire? Actually, Willie gave this to me originally, but I ended up getting a second copy. So I was like, you know what? I'll keep passing it on. Let someone else enjoy it. This is a good game. Circus Atari. This is really beat up, but it still plays just fine. Or Real Sports Football. And I'm not talking soccer. I'm talking the American version because there were versions of football that meant soccer. All right, got a little just Mega Man thing and Sega Sports thing. The instructions to NHL PA Hockey 93. Some one of the NFL games for Sega Genesis. This is to the thing I put in the last junk box, but someone forgot the manual, so I'll put it in there in case they get it. Some artwork to a couple games. Samurai Showdown and Birdstein Bears. Now there is a cute couple. I like this. I already have one, but this came with asteroids for the 2600. It basically is explaining, hey, just so you know, you might notice a few differences on the Atari 2600 from the arcade version. They are a little bit different. And here is a comic book without a cover, but it's Earthworm Jim, and it's pretty entertaining. See, I'm also putting in this game. That's all I'm going to say. If someone wants to enjoy the technical marvel of it, they can. And here's some of the better stuff, I think. This I got in my last Loot Crate, Ready Player One, but it had a tear in it in the first pages. So I contacted Loot Crate and they gave me another one. So since I had two, I was like, you know what, I'll pass it on. And it does have some retro game stuff in it. I really don't know much about the book. I flipped through it and I did see the words like Pac-Man and Space Invader. So I was like, okay. It's supposed to be Willy Wonka meets the Matrix, according to this little thing. So Ready Player One, so a little bit of reading there for somebody. This is a little bit of an obscure Atari game. It looks really beat up, okay? I have two copies, so giving this one up. It looks like a pet got a hold of it, but guess what? I tried it out today, and it plays just fine. And it's a bit rare. It's called Tunnel Runner, and it has RAM Plus. It has extra memory, so it's actually very impressive technically what they did with it. Oh, here's something I took out for myself. I forgot the IntelliVoice little pamphlet. I like the pamphlet. I kept that. I didn't take the IntelliVoice. I actually have one in the games. That's why I didn't take them. And also I'm going to put in Diddy Kong Racing for the Nintendo 64. A good classic game right there. And I think that is it. So that is what the next lucky recipient of the Retro Junk Box is going to get. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy, just look at all this massive retro goodness. If you enjoy videos like this, please click the like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Go to either one, search for The No Swear Gamer. Thank you for giving me a little time today. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of The No Swear Gamer. Take care, everybody, and have a good one.